Hello and welcome back to another video. This one I'm going to be trying out this camera right here. This is a Nikon D850. It's a camera that I've wanted to try for a very long time. My friend Sadie has one, and it's a pretty cool camera. How long have you had it?
Since September, so 2 months.
Only 2 months? Jesus,
Yeah.
I thought you had it longer than that.
Yeah.
But there you go. I'm going to try out the camera. I may be getting a Nikon myself. I actually had a comment on one of my videos recently saying, hey man, you should get the Nikon ZF. And after looking into it, it would actually be cheaper to buy a Nikon ZF with a lens than it would be to get the EOS R and the 51.2. Plus I think it might be good to just have a bit of variety with my shooting and get a lens that isn't, you know, a hack like this one where it's just, you know, destroy the background and get exactly what you want. So I think it would be nice to challenge myself a bit with a 41.2, so 40f2. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna be taking some photos of Sadie. Sadie's gonna be taking some photos of me. I'm gonna let you try the GFX as well.
Can't wait.
So yeah, bye bye. So I actually didn't record anything with my mic in this video, so for the first bit I'm just going to do a voiceover, but at this bit I was just, you know, showing Sadie how to use the GFX since I was using the D850 and she was using my GFX, and I was just showing her how to use the shutter speed, ISO and all of that because I've got it set up in a bit of a weird way, and I was just showing her like focus peaking and zooming in when manual focusing because this lens is quite difficult to manual focus. And then she was just showing me how to use the D800 or D850 because I'd only used a Nikon D3200 before and it just wasn't a very nice camera. And this one was very different. This one was an extremely nice camera and just felt great. So yeah, this camera was really nice to use, and in this video you will actually hear me say I want one, and if my mic was recording you would hear me say how much I was really enjoying using this camera. But my mic does come on in a bit so you can hear me say it then. But this camera was just really nice to use, and I wanted to go take some images straight away. So we were trying to find a place to go, but we basically just decided, hey, we're stood in a good place already. So just get these sticks out of the way. I was throwing them very far. Look at this last stick that I throw. Ready? Oh, look at that. It goes flying. Amazing. I should be like an Olympic thrower or something. But then I went to go to my position and I started directing Sadie, which I'm absolutely terrible at. But, you know, I still managed to do it okay, and I managed to get these photos here, and these files they were just amazing. Like, they were really easy to edit, the colours were really nice, and they didn't take up too much space, which I was surprised about, because I've heard that D850 files are massive, but they weren't, like, too dissimilar from the GFX, so, you know, they're big, but not insanely big. But the colours were really nice, and the files were really easy to edit. And the bokeh on this lens is just top notch. It was a 51.8. It wasn't the Nikon 51.8, it was something else, but it was just really, really nice. I got some headshots here, and like, you can really see how like nice this bokeh is. It's kind of swirly, and it just has some really nice characteristics to it. But then we moved to a different place in the woods, and I just got some images which you'll see here, which I'm really happy with. And once again, in these images, you can just see the bokeh. Like, look at that, look at the separation as well. It's just otherworldly. Like, I've never seen a 51.8 that looks this good. And this image in a second is my favourite image that I got the day. Not this one. This one's still decent. I do like this one. Not this one. I also do like this one as well. But this one here, I really, really like this image. I think it's worked out really well. Just the composition, colours, bokeh, everything. I was showing Sadie and she was really happy. Once you get a reaction like that, you know you have done something right. But then we ended up moving. Actually, no, before that we ended up just taking a few images and just not really getting anything. But then we ended up moving to a different location and I turned my mic on. So, wait, could you stand up here a second? Could you stand on there and see if the light's still hitting you? Go up there and I want to see if the light hits you up there. Not really. Yeah, I think I'd like to get you on top and then like eyes closed and then doing something.
I see the shot. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it still does hit a little bit. That's fine. We can work with that. And then could you look up at the sun again, but close your eyes, and then have your head more towards the sun, more up like that. There you go.
Well, that's that up here.
Yeah, we can do that.
Because if you go down there and point like the camera upwards,
yeah,
it'll look like I'm doing
I wish your 35 1.8 was not buggered. That would have been really nice because 35 is my my favourite focal length. That looks really nice. That's the one thing that I don't like with DSLRs, you can't tell your exposure properly.
I know, I don't like that.
Well, that's quite nice. Oh, the bokeh on this lens is just amazing. What's the... God, it's so sharp as well, holy shit. Oh, God, I want one of these. Yeah, do that one again. Move... There you go, that's because it's a bit less harsh over there. Is that overexposed? No, it looks lovely, wow. Oh, stay there. Once I was done getting photos of Sadie, she then picked up my GFX and got some photos of me. And I am absolutely terrible at modelling, it's just not my thing whatsoever, I feel really awkward doing it. But Sadie did help out a lot with the poses and everything, and I got some, well, she got some photos that are quite nice, and I'm kind of surprised at actually how they turned out. But I don't really want to model that much anymore because, you know, it's not my thing, but, you know, you can see the photos here. They've turned out quite alright, and the last one, the full body portrait, looks really good. But after these photos, we actually went to a new location. It's called the Great Flat Load, and while we were there, we just got some more photos. I got some more photos of Sadie, she got a couple more of me, but I don't think those ones made the cut, but yeah. So yeah, that was my first time using the Nikon D850, and I can honestly say that it's a really nice camera. I was a bit skeptical at first because last time I used a Nikon camera I didn't really like it, and I've heard some amazing things from like different photographers about the professional line of Nikon cameras, but because I hadn't used one before I was, you know, a bit skeptical. But this camera has completely just, you know, blown my expectations out of the water, and I really like it. And like I mentioned at the start of the video, I may be getting a Nikon ZF, as I was looking to get an EOS R with the adapter and the 51.2, but to do that I would need about £1,500, maybe 1,600, depending on where I get the lens and what condition the camera is in. But then I can actually get a brand new Nikon ZF with the 40mm 1.2 for 1,600 quid. So it just seems like a better option to go with that, since the actual specs of the ZF are better than the EOS R. I also like the styling of the ZF, since it's got the retro styling like the Fujifilm X-T4 that I'm filming on. And Nikon has an amazing range of lenses, and you can also get an adapter like the EF to R adapter, where you can use these old DSLR lenses on these new mirrorless cameras, so I think that's something that I'm going to do. But I basically just wanted to use this D850 because I wanted to know how I got on with Nikon cameras, because like I said before, I had only used entry-level DSLRs and I really didn't like them, but using this professional Nikon camera, it was just amazing. And there was one thing that just blew my mind, and that was the files. These were some of the best files that I have ever edited, and I have edited Fujifilm GFX files. These files were just so rich with their colour, but it wasn't overbearing like some cameras. The bokeh was really nice on this lens, and like, you know, just the way the image was rendered with the sensor, it was just amazing. But just tweaking the files was so simple, and you know, you could make adjustments and it wouldn't make your image look terrible, it would look so natural. But I just really liked the way that these files came out. However, there was one thing, and that was the images leaned heavily on the magenta side of the white balance. Like, it was super purple. I'm not sure if that was an issue with the way the camera was set up or what, but I don't know, it was a bit weird, but that was a very easy fix in Lightroom, so yeah. But overall, I'm really happy with using this camera, and it's pushing me more and more towards getting that ZF. I've actually got someone that is waiting to buy my GFX. They just need to sell one of their cameras to buy it, and they're going to be buying the GFX and the Nikon plus one of the adapters that I got. Then I'm going to be selling some of my other lenses and adapters as well. So hopefully I can get, like, you know, the money and then a bit extra so I can maybe get another lens. But anyway, that's going to be the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed. I've really enjoyed this one. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.